All right, so Matt Diablo live at Street Scene, or recorded at Street Scene more accurately, and I'm sitting here with one of the most innovative Japanese noise rock bands of the 21st century. It's No Age!
We're the Boredoms from Osaka.
I say that only because, and welcome, No Age, by the way, to the Sex Palace in the back. All the other bands that we've talked to thus far have been interviewed on the roof or in there, and I heard that No Age was coming in, and I was like, get him in the back. I mean, literally and figuratively. So no, seriously.
Poker in the front? Or what is it? Liquor in the front, poker in the rear? That's what I heard.
I think it really depends on what you're into.
Yeah, we just like small spaces that are hot.
In all seriousness, I think what you guys are doing is very valuable, and I'll tell you why. You, in my humble estimation, I know I don't mean to turn this into Inside the Actors Studio, because you are sort of introducing the ethos of like SST Records circa 1985 to an unsuspecting audience of kids who otherwise might just think that, you know, it's like, oh, this is cool. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you have to give your dog a pill, you got to wrap it up in like some meat or something to get kids into really interesting music. You guys have managed to sort of launch a really important kind of music movement onto an unsuspecting public. Discuss.
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes you got to wrap the pill in meat, like you said, man. You can't just hand them a pile of money. You gotta like stick it in the tamale.
Tell me about the world-renowned music venue known as The Smell.
Randy?
Is this for later? Wait, I just discovered you have like weird latex rope to tie us up with.
There will be some light BDSM with No Age in the sex room of the 91X broadcast bus.
Yeah, The Smell is also a sex club that we run out of the back room of our house. We're into light feather touching and mostly tickling with
wax. A lot of wax.
A lot of wax, but very gentle wax. It's like a gentle massage for your bowels.
And the reason I ask is because my little brother went off to move to Hollywood, and he went to go to school to be a recording engineer, and he started doing sound at The Smell and telling me about all these amazing bands he learned about, and he came back with a theremin tattoo. He came back with a tattoo of a theremin and 2 unicorns destroying a city on his stomach, and he didn't have that before he
Who's your brother?
His kid named Scott did sound at the Smell for a while.
Wow.
He's a skinny kid from Northern Nevada.
Wow, that's cool.
So
does he make noise music now?
Well, he's in a band, and they're called Oververt, and all they do is make music about skateboarding. Every one of their songs is about skateboarding.
Wow.
These guys sound cool. The Smell has this. It sort of influences people in a weird way because it's an art space. It's a space people can just go create, and like it's very open to people. Like your brother just hung out, probably started wanting to do sound. He's able to learn how to do sound, and and then sort of. I don't know, it takes its hold. There's other creative people your age, people, you always meet people. That's how, we met a lot of friends that we know now.
And I ask that on all seriousness, I'm not trying to lump you in with some sort of genre of music. What I'm trying to sort of highlight is that there's a rad community of like-minded people kind of helping each other out, and it surrounds this little place in Los Angeles called The Smell.
Definitely, yeah, it definitely does. I mean, The Smell started, there's a lot of other places now that are sort of like, building the community more. Like there's a couple stores, one's called Family, one's called Ooga Booga, and there's like record stores that are opening, but The Smell is a very central place and a very like important role for all of us, and it's like where we all sort of learn to make music and art and stuff.
And I feel like unfortunately there aren't enough places like that sort of nurture entire scenes of musicians doing completely different stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think you folks here in San Diego are also lucky enough to have a venue called the Che Cafe, which has been around for many years, and they've also provided a very similar kind of space as The Smell, where bands can come in there and really play to 5 to 20 people. It's not about having a big draw. It's just about making your art and really doing what you believe in doing. We've over the years have played there and have growing up going to shows down there and stuff, and it's the same kind of thing. It's not about money. It's not about success or sponsorship or festivals like this. I think.
I mean, it becomes that way as you play more.
Well, and here you are. That's why I was saying it's kind of bizarre to see No Age at Street Scene. I'm happy that you're here. I think it's well-deserved because I don't think you've compromised anything to get here. I just, honestly, and this is no disrespect, you guys never in a million years thought that there'd be like kids that are like, 10,000 kids to see No Age.
No, never in a million years. I mean, I
didn't think that.
I think, you know, going to, and it was never about that. And it's still not about that. You know, I think playing a show at the Che or at the Smell to, you know, like 100 people who are really super psyched is better than any festival you'll ever see with a bunch of, you know, with the majority of people kind of scratching their chins and folding their arms and kind of wandering around with a hot dog waiting for Snoop Dogg to go on stage. You know what I mean? Like, that's all fine and good if that's what you're into, but for us, I'd rather play to
cool.
a sweaty small basement show, and we still do. We still play those shows, but we're learning, you know, people are nice enough to invite us to do these kind of thing, and we can't really, you know.
We can say no, but I think most of the time...
Or you can say no, but you don't really know what it is. I don't want to say no until I know what it is.
I think most of the time it's, like, funny for us. So, like...
Yeah.
Like, you know, we've done our thing, we've grown up doing our thing the way we do it, but when someone like Street Scene is like, hey, do you guys want to play? We're just kind of like, that'd be cool, it's funny. Like, it's just weird, it's weird. So for us, this is really weird. Like, I feel like for most people, this is normal. But for us, this is like a weird sort of thing to play. So for us, it's like, this is some fucking art shit. Street Scene is some heavy art.
This is performance art.
Yeah, this is
total performance art. And what you guys have a pretty big stage to do some cool stuff. Like, if I'm in your position, I'm going to go up and do an entire Boredom's cover set.
I like that. Yeah.
That sounds good. I would watch you.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, because I've got this platform, and it seems like the reason you guys got into this in the first place was not to pay for 10,000 people, but just to do what it is that you do. And by the way, I was the guy walking around with a hot dog waiting for Busta Rhymes to start.
There you go.
You totally just called me. I was walking around with a veggie dog waiting for Busta Rhymes to start.
Veggie dogs are shit.
That's cool.
But here's the thing, and again, just going back real quick to what I was talking about, to the Smell, just to continue that thought and not, you know, think that I just wanted you to talk about it. You guys have a community, and that's something that doesn't happen, I think, enough in music anymore with bands. There's plenty of bands, this band, that band, that band. For some reason, sometimes it gets weird and competitive. You guys have like this amazing community, and why don't you take the opportunity to sort of give a props, as it were, to some of the other bands that you guys, you know, are in a community with.
Or a shout out like Eric from the First Real World would say.
Eric Nees from The Grind.
Yeah, dude, The Grind. Eric, this is for you. I'd like to give a shout out to Mika Miko, the motherfucking Health, to Abe Vigoda, Infinite Body, Dave Scott Stone, Jim Smith, High Places.
Buy a t-shirt.
Buy a t-shirt. I want to get Downtown Julie Brown, Kennedy.
You guys down with the Waves, our guys here locally?
Yeah, Nathan's cool. Nathan's a cool guy.
I say our guys collectively, our dude collectively here in San Diego. You guys, all right, because I know you're playing a show with him later on.
Yeah, we're playing them later. Actually, I run a small label, and I put a 7-inch out for him.
What's your label called?
It's called PPM.
PPM, and you put out just mainly limited sort of 7-inch releases? You putting out full lengths?
7 inches, vinyl. I started putting out some full lengths. I put out last Mika Miko record, Abe Vigoda, bunch of shit, but...
Well, I tell you what, No Age is here with us in the Sex Bus, and you should definitely, if you're uninitiated up until this point as to what No Age is all about, don't just check them out. Check out the sort of community spirit that they embody. Check out the weird rubber bondage that they're into, and I want to thank both you guys for joining us today. Much appreciated.
I'd also like to say that we have a new EP coming out on October 6th. Yeah. And it's called Losing Feeling, and yeah, it's already leaked, so you can go download it on whatever fucking Soulseek or something.
Yeah, Soulseek, because that's a topical reference.
You can go
this
to
Napster thing's really taking off. Go to Napster.com and download the new
LimeWire
from your college network. And by the way, I should mention, of course, yeah, the record. And is that going to be out on Sub Pop as well, or are you guys?
That's Sub Pop. Yeah, it's vinyl and digital only. And
you can download the vinyl in your computer. I've heard there's there's new lathes you can get. You can electronic lathe. It has a USB part. Yeah, you have to get a PC, but it'll cut your own record.
If you use a Mac, it gets too hot on the bottom with your laptop, and the vinyl comes out melting, and it melts your hard drive. So
if you go out, get a Dell PC and connect your USB lathe cut to it, and then you can cut your own vinyl.
You can go to Costco and get a really cheap laptop for like $4.99, and those are the best ones to download the vinyl from.
Yeah. And not only is No Age a pretty incredible rock and roll band, but they also have a really extensive working knowledge of manufacturing things. Like, you guys know things about like fabricating and manufacturing
these things. Yeah, well, you know, like I said, that's part of our art project. We are manufacturers. We do go beyond.
China. You know, they do big things there. They're good.
Yeah.
I guess if I were to wrap it up, I'd say I would say No Age. It's not just a band; it's performance art.
Yeah, it's
thank you.
Not just a band; it's manufacturing.
And that's all she wrote.